My name is Darius Wu. I'm the head chef here at restaurant SENS in Taipei, and today we're going to make a recipe of langoustine, a zucchini flour, a zucchini puree, saffron beurre blanc, and a lobster sauce. We're going to start to prepare the langoustine, and I'm just going to carefully remove the head. And because of the shell is very hard, so I'm just try to peel the shell very carefully. I'm just using the scissors to break two sides of the shell. Okay, so when we reach to the tail, just press at the bottom, just slowly pulls out, so you can have a really nice, beautiful langoustine meat. So next we're going to make the zucchini and Macao pepper puree. So I'm going to start with preparing the zucchini. So we're just going to trim off the ends and to peel the green parts of the zucchini. And we're going to blanch the skin of the zucchini separate from the meat, so we can have a really green color. And next we're going to remove the seeds of the zucchini because it's too watery, too much moisture inside. Okay, so we're going to just chop the zucchini meat very fine. It's easier for us to cook. Okay, so next we're going to make a filling for the zucchini flour. So basically it's some shrimp meat and a mushroom dice, a zucchini dice, and some basil, some tomato sauce. So for the mushroom, I'm going to dice it. And next we have the zucchini. So we're going to make the zucchini puree here. So start with a hot pan. Just going to put some butter inside. Okay, we're going to add some sliced shallots just to caramelize the shallots first. Okay, so as you see, we have a little bit color here. Then we add the zucchini meat slice. And what we are going to do is cook the moisture out of the zucchini and try to keep more flavor inside this puree. So I'm going to add some salt. Okay, so now I'm going to add some Macao pepper. This is fresh pepper. So now I'm going to season with some pepper. And just let it cook more. I'm going to deglaze the pan stock, chicken stock. Okay, then we add the cream and just slowly cook until the zucchini is all soft. Okay, so for the skin, we're going to blanch with boiling water and just try not to overcook the skin. So we are trying to cook the skin and the meat at the same time. So when we finish, we can blend it together. So we can have the maximum flavor, also the green color inside our puree. So you can see it's really soft now. So it's ready to be blended. So here I'm going to put all the meat into the blender. And for the skin, I'm just going to drain it and press out all the excess moisture. Okay, so we put into the blender together. We just add a lot of butter. Just blend it smooth. We blend about 5 minutes. As you can see, it's really smooth and green. I'm just going to pass through a sieve. So we end up with a very smooth and green puree here, just to prevent the puree turning black. Okay, so next we're going to make the stuffing of the zucchini flower. Start with a nice hot pan, some oil inside. We're going to saute the mushroom first. A little bit seasoning, some salt, some pepper. I'm going to add 2 knobs of butter, and then some chopped shallots. So we let the butter caramelize. Then we add the zucchini dice. Okay, so we're almost done. Just going to deglaze with a little bit of white wine. Okay, so it's ready for the stuffing. So here we have some cooked shrimp. I'm just going to dice it up. We're going to add the stuffing we just made into the shrimp meat. And I'm going to chop some basil leaves. We're going to add some sour cream and some lemon zest inside. And also some tomato sauce. Okay, so we're going to put into a piping bag. Okay, so now I'm going to stuff the zucchini flower. So we just trim the ends. We just remove, there's a little bit flour. So next we just take our filling, just stuff into the flowers. And we just carefully place the flower back to the shape that we have before. So we have a beautiful stuffed zucchini flower ready to deep fry. Okay, so next we start to make the lobster sauce. So I'm just going to slice some shallots here for the sauce, and also some garlic. So we start to make our 2 sauces. So here we're going to do a classic beurre blanc, chopped shallots, some white wine, white wine vinegar here. We're going to put 2 bay leaves here and some black peppercorns. Also our saffron. So we're just going to reduce the liquid down, and at the same time I'm going to make the lobster sauce. Okay, so for the lobster sauce we start from the longustine head we have, and we just slowly roast it. Okay, so when we have some color on the longustine head, I'm just going to add some butter here. And just add the garlic and shallots. Next we're going to deglaze the pan with some brandy. Okay. So next we're going to add our lobster stock here. And some fresh herbs. and just reduce the stock down. Then we add the cream. Okay, so for the beurre blanc, we almost reduce the liquid. And now I'm going to add a little bit of cream before we add the butter, just to stabilize the sauce, prevent from split. Okay, so we're going to add the butter very slowly. And just make sure the heat is not too high. Gently melting the butter into the sauce. And you can see all the butter is just melted. And we're going to pass through a sieve. You just press all the shallots, peppercorns, and the bay leaf. So we let the flavor goes into the sauce. Really shiny texture. So our lobster sauce is already reduced. We're going to add some cream, fresh basil leaves here. Just going to strain it. Okay, so we have a really rich lobster sauce here with some basil flavor inside. So we're just going to cook our langoustine here. So with a nice hot pan, add some oil inside. And we're done. Okay, next we're going to deep fry the zucchini flowers with this batter. This goes into the hot oil. And we are ready to plate. Okay, so we're going to finish the dish. So for the langoustine, we'll just trim a little bit. Just make it nice and flat. And on top, zest some lime on top. So we start from the zucchini puree we just made. Here we have some marinated zucchini slice. And now we place the langoustine onto the plate. On top we have some blood orange gel. And we garnish the langoustine with some basil grass. Next, here we have some fried quinoa to give a crispy texture into the dish. And next, our zucchini flower goes onto the zucchini slice. And we're going to finish the dish with the two sauces we just made. So first, the lobster sauce. We put on the langoustine side. Then next is the saffron beurre blanc. Okay, so here we have pan-seared langoustine with zucchini puree, zucchini flowers, deep fried quinoa, and two kind of sauce, which is lobster sauce and a classic saffron beurre blanc. Enjoy.